Well, thank you for the generous introduction, Ms. Bao. Well, good evening, fellow Shikina parents and students, and to our dear Shikina teachers, and most of all to the three pillars of the school, Ms. Bao, Ms. A, and Ms. T. Last March 24, after the grade 10 students' bar mitzvah, Ms. A and Ms. Ba approached me and said, if I can share a message into this graduation on our journey with the school for the last 23 years with our 4 children, namely Paolo is here, my eldest, Carissa, Paula, and Karil, where 3 of the 4 siblings are already professionals and are working. Of course, without any hesitation, I said, yes, why not? Well, it is indeed an honor to share this milestone of experience and journey with you parents and students. In Proverbs 22 verse 6, train up a child the way he should go, even when he is old, he will not depart from it. This verse has been our guiding principle as we followed God's design for our children. It was way back in 1995 when my wife Gigi and I enrolled our eldest son Paolo in grade 1 here in Shikina. We intentionally looked then for a Christian school, not just a Christian school, but a school that has high in Christian values and biblical reputation. We found to settle with Shikina with our friend Arlen Sanchez, who also enrolled their daughter Samantha, the wife of Pastor Sandy Sanchez of CCF. And I remember there were only very few students at the time who was here way back 1995. Nasa kamay, mga kabatchmate ko, walang umaamin. Okay. We were happy on the results of how Paolo was with the school growing up and how he excelled in classes we discover his academic intelligence and natural talents. We were involved and partnered with the school in every step of the way. Now, since Shikina is a non-traditional school, using PACES and accelerated mentoring to students, we have to make adjustments in its spacing and school's teaching methodology over a period of time. Seeing the results from Paolo, my wife and I decided to enroll our other 3 children, coming one after the other. The first was Paolo, and then second was Carissa in 1998, then Paolo the third in 2001, and Karil in 2008. All from grade 1 until they finished high school, except Karil, who is still moving to grade 11 and 12. And the rest was history. Of our 4 children, 3 are now professionals and are working in their own chosen career. With our youngest, Karil, maybe the last of the Huyongs in Shikina. And maybe the next will be our Apo, or the next generation at all. Let me take you back. I'd like to look back how Shikina has molded them in academics, communication, social skills, and above all, the Christian character building that I consider the soul of our children's training in this school. The school partnership and accountability in growing the children were among the key to transforming their character, from the discipline of finishing their base work on time and even repeating and repeating and repeating until mastery. The level of learnings I find it so detailed, like their handwriting. They were taught how to write legibly and readable. The elocution contest that has honed their communication skills, the dancing, singing, and the stage activities during Linggo ng Wika, and other school stage platforms that allow them to discover their stage art and conquer their stage fright. The sports activities that has developed their sports skills and value the teamwork and moral support. It's not just about the winning, but the spirit of sportsmanship, and the spirit to rise up in moments of defeat. The most coveted activity and looked up by the students is the NSC, or the National Students Convention, where the test of what a true Shekinah student is displayed in academics, performing arts, athletics, character that surfaces each student's strengths, weaknesses, and uniqueness. The tough love of Miss Bao and Miss A and Miss D that extend even to us parents. Sinong na-office na parent? Taas ang kamay. It's okay lang yun. Maraming bawal sa Shekinah. Bawal ang miniskirt sa mga bata. Bawal ang plunging neckline, spaghetti dress. Bawal ang makeup. And above all, bawal ang mag-boyfriend at mag-girlfriend. Remember that? I remember Gigi and I was called at the principal's office with one of my daughters, and after a meeting we agreed to correct certain behavior. Truly, Shekinah anchors their discipline principles from the Word of God. Proverbs chapter 10 verse 17 says, "Whoever heeds discipline shows the way of life, the way to life, but whoever ignores correction leads others astray." Moving forward, the bonding moments with the school teachers, students, and their parents during Family Day, where parents are encouraged by the school to attend, we share food, laughter, and foster brotherhood among the Shekinah family. The quarterly school grades discussion between teachers and the parents. It is a moment of discovering the students' areas of improvements and areas they are good at. Behaviors are called out that we don't see normally at home. And during the one-on-one, only the time you get to know and you get surprised. As I reflect on the children's accomplishments, I noticed Gigi and I, my wife, were also growing as responsible parents. All were because of the school's love and commitment before God to bring out the best in every Shekinah student. Shekinah for me is not just a school, but a spiritual rehab center that transforms our children to become godly and responsible young individuals. I've seen Miss Bao always cry every graduation day for the last 23 years. And she never dries up. As parents, my heart melts seeing her emotional for our children. You don't see a teacher become like that. To me, she is the mother Abraham, who has many children, sons and daughters in Shekinah. And every tears in her eyes are the memories shared with each student, were faces of each engraved in her heart. Memorize na kayong lahat ng mga graduates sa Shekinah. Time for each to let go from the school and fly high. And every graduate says, once a Shekinah student, always a Shekinah student. And for my past 23 years with the school, I am a testament that every graduate is a work of gold, purified by discipline and correction. All this has made me and my wife appreciate what a blessing to have brought my children to this school. If I will be asked to rewrite history, I'd like to still be with the same teachers and the same school, Shekinah. I owe to the school the foundation laid among my children in who they become today. Proud as any parent would be, let me account what the Lord has done in them with your indulgence. Our son Paul is now 29 years old. He finished his bachelor's degree in Industrial Management Engineering, minor in Information Technology at De La Salle University, and now employed as a plant manager in a packaging company in Cavite, handling about 600 or less workers, after his 5-year stint at Hewlett-Packard as business operations analyst. He is also now building his own 3-story house along a small village in Danghari and still stinking. Back then in Shekinah, he graduated valedictorian in grade school, with first honorable mention in high school graduation. 5 years consistent Christian character award, 2 years most likable student, recipient of the President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo Academic and Leadership Excellence, became the school president of the student council in the captain ball of their basketball varsity during his time, became a teacher in Shekinah for 5 months after graduation, and he is now also a professional frisbee enthusiast in category B. I asked each of the 4 children to write what do they remember about Shekinah, because this is not about me. This is about my children, our children. And he said, the camaraderie, the family, and the relationship I had with each student and teacher I have met was outstanding. Shekinah was not only a school wherein I learned Christian values, excelled academically, and honed my athletic skills. It is a place I consider home. From first grade up to the time I graduated, even until now, I still go back to Shekinah. Shekinah will always have a part of me, he says. Truly once a Shekinah student, always a Shekinah student. To God be the glory, he said. Going to our second daughter, our daughter Carissa Joy, who is the second naman among the siblings. She's now 27 years old, finished her bachelor's degree in hotel, restaurant, and institutional management at St. Benilde de la Salle. And after gaining years of experience in Bellevue, went to US and worked at Grand Hotel in Michigan and Westin Hotel in California. Now while in States, Carissa pursued her postgraduate degree in business management, major in hospitality industry at the California International Business University in San Diego. She is soon graduating by May 11, and I'm excited about it, which the whole family will be attending to celebrate this milestone in her career. Currently, my daughter Carissa has been still studying and working in Marriott Hotel in Santa Monica, LA. Carissa was an average student back then, but she will always find her way of consistently accomplishing deadlines in academics, the paceworks, the requirements in the school activities. I remember in one of the school convention in Pangasinan, she called me when I was in the middle of a meeting, and she was crying, and she said, "Dad, natapa ako on my 100-meter dash run. I was ahead of the finish line, but suddenly I fell off the ground." I told her, "Joy, you are still champion to me. It is not in the winning, but in the rising up, back in the track and finishing the race." A quote by Carissa to Shekinah, and she said, "Shekinah was a platform for me to develop a positive perception about life's pressure. That even if you only have one event in every convention, even if you are never part of the honor roll, or even if you never get to receive any medals, certificate, or plaque during recognition, and even if you never get to be part of the elocution finalist, or just merely not being chosen to something that you want to be part of it, cheer up, because things doesn't define you. What you're capable of and what you can become. Just learn how to wait for God's timing and just do your best for God's glory and not for men, because when it's your time to shine, God will definitely make sure no one can and will steal your thunder." And that's what Carissa shared. Now going to my third child, my second daughter. Her name is Paula Grace. She's now 23 years old. She graduated with bachelor's degree in business management, major in marketing at Assumption College. All her college life, she managed to live independently inside the school's dormitory. She has worked at Coca-Cola under the Club Happiness program, where she was accepted while she was still in school, a graduating student. Eventually was hired by Coke as a revenue specialist under marketing intelligence, and moved also to the national events as an officer. After a year, she resigned and decided to pursue into her dream of having her own business, and at the same time pursued